Ticket Machine is the official ticket broker of Spartan Nation. No matter what you need a ticket for, border to border, coast to coast, the Ticket Machine is your ticket source. So whether you need to get into the hottest concerts, the best sporting events, you want the best seats in the house, or you just want to get in the door, when you want to go to any event that requires a ticket, anywhere, border to border, coast to coast, it's always theticketmachine.com. Theticketmachine.com, 517-655-3201. Check it out today at theticketmachine.com.
We started, but I'll be honest with you, I was really disappointed with our offensive execution. I did not think we shot the ball poorly, settling for threes early. I just thought we did a poor job. I thought just about everybody on our team did. I thought, Jaron Jackson might have played the best, played within himself, got every rebound for a stretch. He had 2 turnovers, both offensive fouls. And Nick played pretty good. Miles didn't shoot it well. We haven't shot the ball well. The last 2 weeks we've been shooting the lights out of the ball. And so what did we do? Poor. We didn't shoot very well. We've been shooting really well from the free throw line. That second half was ridiculous. We hadn't been rebounding real well, and I thought we did an unbelievable job there. I know some of it's their size, but without rebounding by 25, 30 boards, whatever it was, 22. But that was good. Getting 16 offensive boards was good, but we didn't get enough shots up off that. We are getting more steals. We're staying a little active. I have very little complaint about our defense. For the most part, that team runs. We've had 3 really good teams to play. We had Ferris, who penetrated every time, had adjust there. We had Georgia, who pounded the ball inside every time. And, we had to learn how to defend that. And then we had this team who runs that motion, a lot of flares and back screens. And I thought for the most part we did a pretty good job. I thought I played Miles too much in a stretch. I was mad at a couple guys, so I didn't want to play them early. So that kind of screwed up my rotation. And, I didn't think I did a very good job. So probably number 1 star of who did the worst job was me. But there was an abundance of guys that were number 2, 3, and 4 stars. So we got to get a lot better. I don't know if we're not handling the pressure, not handling, we've shot so well all spring, summer, and fall. We haven't shot the ball very well in the last 2 weeks. So we're going to change that. There's going to be some extra work on that. Questions?
Tom, you talked about the defense a little bit. I guess just the different styles you played in these three games. Are you at least feeling good about where that part of the game is heading as the regular season is coming?
Well, yeah, I think Cassius has made big advances. I think Miles is learning how to play on the perimeter. If I would have, he played 29 minutes, but he played about 27 out of 30, at one stretch. So I just didn't do a very good job with him, and that's my fault. But yeah, I think Jared's so long in there. One other area that we did a real good job until Miles and Josh got tired was keeping a hand up. I thought our bigs, Jared did a great job of that. The funny part is Jared and Xavier, I thought did a better job defensively than I thought they would. A couple other guys didn't do quite as good a job, but I had very few complaints defensively. And this team usually shoots it pretty well. I just didn't like offensively. It was dribble. We had a lot of guys, I thought, hunting shots. We were settling for threes early. I didn't like our flow offensively at all.
Coach, kind of following up on that flow and how much depends on Miles, and you've said it before, you prefer when he attacks the basket, drives the basket, creates opportunities for others. How much do you think that matters now that you're 3 exhibition games in terms of what you're able to see and what you think can happen?
I like the way he's putting the ball on the floor. I like when he takes it to the hole. He doesn't do it enough. He was settling too much for threes early, and then he didn't hardly take one after that. And I don't care if he shoots a 3, but he is more effective when he can drive it. And but when our other guys aren't playing as well, or a break, we're not pushing the ball forward with the pass. We're dribbling it up there. So that gives less people opportunities, including Cash doesn't understand if you throw it up, and those guys that drive and throw it back to them, you have some shots. Right now, Cash Winston, by far, our best shooter, by far, statistically and in practice. So, I blame all of us for the lack of good movement. And Miles got to move better without the ball. We didn't want to run a lot of stuff because we had games coming up, so we didn't really run many things offensively. So I'll use that as a little bit of an excuse.
So Kenny Goins out there playing on the wing, is that something you have to do without Kyle Orange? You said
Yeah.
you're experimenting with?
Yeah, it was the first time we experimented, didn't even do it in practice, so fairness to Kenny, but he's athletic enough and quick enough, and there's a couple offensive sets we feel we can run for those minutes in there to change that. We also got guys in foul trouble, and I unfortunately, sat Langford and both him and McQuaid for quite a while in the first half because they were in foul trouble. Probably wouldn't do that normally. I just half mad at them and half trying to teach them a lesson. So, we can't make stupid fouls. I don't know how many we had. Somebody told me we had 7 offensive fouls or legal screens. And so we'll get better at that.
Tom, I know you mentioned they got a little screwy today, but do you have a sense of your playing group, what you want it to be, your rotations, or you still kind of dig it out?
No, because I don't know where Gavin is yet. I mean, he's coming. Ben, that was his best performance so far. I do feel pretty good about my first 7, meaning Tom and McQuaid and the guys that started the game. And then it's kind of fishing expedition yet. But I like the pieces. It's just putting them together at the right time. And the Orange thing hurts us a little bit because of, some of those minutes we could have rested Miles. But again, I did a poor job because those guys were in foul trouble. I just left them in for long stretches. If I could have got a 2 minutes rest here, 2 minutes rest there. So that's totally my fault, not his.
Is there anything that they did on defense that you think created challenges for your offense?
I thought they were very solid defensively. John's a good coach. He's a very good coach, and I always thought he was a better offensive coach than defensive coach. Maybe he's changing as he gets older, because I didn't think his offense was as good. They didn't make shots. They didn't get as many back cuts as they normally get. But it was a good team for us to play. From the standpoint, it was a completely different offense than we've gone against. 3 completely different offenses, if you ask me. And that's kind of all you want to do in a preseason is get different looks from different things. But I just think I told them, nothing major, just disappointed that, we start pressing when we don't make shots. Tonight we didn't let us affect us on the defensive end. That was encouraging. But part of that was our bigs. I thought Jaron, for a freshman, did a great job of adjusting, getting up on ball screens, things like that. And that was real encouraging. And Xavier did a pretty good job of it too if he would have made a free throw.
Tom, you had 40 points in the paint. Can you comment on how you feel about their feet in the post?
Well, we had 40 in the paint, but they weren't all on post moves. The issues we have in there is we got to get the ball to Jaron in there more. He's got to get down there more. Nick's got to get in the post. He gets the ball out. I told him he should have learned a good lesson playing against Georgia because they buried you in the paint. Nick doesn't do that yet, so we got to do a better job with him. But 40 points in the paint, but you had 5 for 18 from the 3 with, I thought, a lot of pretty good shots, pretty good looks. We just didn't make any shots, and that's mind-boggling for me the way we've been shooting it so far in the summer and in this fall. But I don't know. We'll get back to work on that this week, I promise you.
You mentioned Ben. Could you expound on what you thought of his play and where he's at compared to where you thought he would be at this point?
Yeah, it's really difficult, and it'll be the hardest with Ben right now because I can't, like tomorrow we'll see how he feels, and the leg has been pretty good, but I'm not gonna rely on that right now at this point in time in the season. Gavin is probably healthier, although Ben's been good, but I mean, in better shape. How many minutes did Ben play? 8. So, I was hoping to get him up to 10, 12 minutes here in the preseason, and, and that's gonna depend on how he plays. I had a couple guys who've been playing good that didn't play as good. Kenny has been playing pretty good, struggled a little bit, but I think part of it was the way I substituted. So again, I'll take the first blame for it.
Just maybe not so much tonight specifically, but with all the anticipation for this year, how eager is this team? How eager are you to really get this thing rolling next week?
I think that's part of the problem, They let us practice in the summer now, which is good, but makes it long. They started us 2 weeks earlier. Feels like we've been practicing for 100 years already. And so I think that's part of it, And you play exhibition games. I mean, we played pretty well against Georgia. We didn't play as well again. I'm not sure they're, I think they want to play real teams now, and that's no insult to the 2 teams we played, because both of them at times played pretty well against us. But I think this team is ready for it. I think they're sick of the practices. That was a long week. This past week, we played on Sunday, but then we had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And that's a lot of time, pretty soon now. We have some more time this week, but we're going to shoot a little bit more. Morning, noon, and night, in fact. And then, once we start playing, then it'll be every 3-4 days, 2-3 days even. And I think that'll be better to get in that routine, to be honest.
Time for one more if there is.
Well, we'll try to get better. The important thing is, right now, is we win a football game tomorrow, so see y'all there.